Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, let's take few minutes to understand how this meditation practice will help us to develop our spiritual practice, and at the same time how we can apply it to our conventional world. So practicing meditation is now, it's coming kind of like a new normal. It's everywhere and everybody want to do it. And there are many meditation techniques keep coming. So then it is your responsibility to be very clear with your own path, because end of the day, you are the one who going to experience whatever the outcome. So not your teacher, not your guru, not your master, not your leader. It's depend all on you. So you have rights. You are responsible for yourself to see what is the technique you practice and where you are heading and what are the result you gain. So because we are dealing with the mind, this mental practice is very complicated because we can't see it. When it comes to our human history, time to time, there are many things pop up. In the beginning, people were so crazy regarding fire. And then people found out the iron. And out of that, the machines overtook the world. And then after that, people were so crazy regarding the land. Everywhere, like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, everybody were so looking for land, and because that make them powerful. And then the gold. So after that, another era came, kind of like cloth, cotton, and then oil. And time to time, things pop up. And then politics. And after that, kind of like money. So this all used to lead the society time to time. But now it came to a era, it's kind of like information, data. Whoever hold the data, whoever collect the data, whoever have the more data, that person going to become powerful. Just imagine that you are, it doesn't matter how famous you are, how powerful you are, if somebody find out all the information related to you, that person can destroy you, or maybe that person can bring you up. So like that, in this world, in this moment, we all depend on informations. But we don't know how much that all that whatever the information come to us, how truthful it is, how accurate it is. But we all depend on that. All this internet and Google search and ChatGPT and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So this all governed by informations, share informations. And behind this all, there is a human being. So that human being governed by the mind. So that is where the meditation play the role. So we have to find out why this meditation is important. It doesn't matter whatever the information, because we are living in the ocean now, in the middle of the ocean of information, but still that all information depend on the condition of the mind. So everybody so crazy regarding the mental satisfaction. And that is where the mindfulness became more powerful and became very famous, because ultimately happiness and satisfaction all depend on the mind. So most of the time we talk about the mindfulness, people talk about meditation, but sometimes if you look very carefully, what they mean by mindfulness. Because just practicing meditation or any mental practice is not going to work if you don't know what is the mind. If some people mean the brain as the mind, it's a totally different way of understanding and it's a total different way of practice. So then when it comes to the Eastern philosophy, especially when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, it's deeply talk about the very nature and the behavior of the mind, and that's why the mindfulness is important to practice. So in day-to-day life, some people think the mind is inside our body, and some people think the brain is the mind, and some people think mind is a part of the body, and some people think that with the body, the mind going to disappear. But this body come out of the mind. That is where the consciousness lead this all. That is where the mind become the forerunner. For the moment with this whole experience, so far you came this journey because of the mind. Mind is the leader. Mind is the chief. So that mind is the governor of this all. So once the condition of the mind become more comfortable, clear, so that is where you gain the ultimate happiness and satisfaction. And that's why health-wise also, even though that we have many pharmaceutical product, but still out of that all we say, okay, it is better to practice mindfulness. So that's mean the mind is the foundation of the life. So you have to understand that. And even though we can't see it, we know there is a mind. So when it comes to the understanding of the mind, most of time in day-to-day life, we don't give that much space for that understanding because we are so busy with this outside world. So today we are going to little bit go deeper into the mind and see its behavior and from where it comes and how it governs and why it is important. So when it comes to the mind, especially in Abhidhamma, so there are ultimacy and the conventional way of truth. So when it comes to ultimacies, there are four things: Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa, and the Nibbana. So when it comes to the ultimate reality or the absolute truth, these four qualities always within us. So why it called ultimate reality or the absolute truth? It cannot change. It cannot change the way you want. It's not going to depend on these outside conditions. And there is a conventional truth, conventional reality. The conceptual reality can change. So when it comes to your name and ideas, labels, these worldly conditions can change. Of course, it is truth, but it is very conventional. Just imagine the name that you have. So you use it as identity, but it's given by somebody. And now you hold it as you. And anytime you can change it. If you follow the necessary protocol, that you can change your name and you can gain another name. But when it comes to the fundamental truth, you cannot change it like that. So in that four qualities, Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa, Nibbana, so the Chitta means consciousness or the state of mind. It represents this all mental factors. So the consciousness or the state of mind has a nature. So what is its nature? So it called chitteti chittang. So that's mean the always it into recognition and it always into thinking and grasping, clinging. So when the mind, the state of the mind and the thoughts come together, that is where the attachment can come or any kind of desire can hold it to it. So the consciousness itself not going to hold it to anything. That is the important part that you have to understand. Your mind itself not going to hold it to anything or attach it to anything. That is a very, very important place you have to understand. When the consciousness, when the mind engage with the thoughts, and after that, they together going to be, it's kind of like a get stuck together. That is where all the habits and all the mental formations going to govern. So the consciousness itself clear and pure. And then Chaitasika means mental factors such as like feelings, perception, kind of like that. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, especially in the Buddhist psychology, there are kind of like 52 mental factors. Some are wholesome factors, some are unwholesome factors, some are neutral factors. This all govern kind of like the desire, aversion, restlessness, doubt, concentration, wisdom, or the knowledge, or the rapture, energy. These all mental factors. So when the consciousness and the mental factors come together, that is where you can recognize things. And another one called the Rupa. So the Rupa is a mental kind of phenomena. It's a kind of the physical reality, how you recognize physical realities, world, this bodily reality, and the fundamental properties of the world, the physical world, physical body. That is the Rupa. And Nibbana means that is the ultimate goal of the goal in the Buddha's teaching. And it is the end of the suffering, cessation of desire. So it's already there in you. But the thing is, your consciousness already engaged with many mental factors and tangled with the phenomena. When the consciousness engage with the mental factors and engage with the mental phenomena, then the attachment or the desire arise. When these three things work together, the Nibbana state doesn't come forward. So practicing meditation means now you have to release your consciousness from mental factors and not allow your consciousness to not engage using the mental factors toward the mental phenomena. So if you are capable to do that, you can enter to the Nibbana, because the Nibbana already there in you. When you born to this world, you come with these four qualities. So it is already there. That is the good thing that you have to remember. It doesn't matter how hard or how difficult the situation, how worse the person, but still that any bad person, that is still the Nibbana is within that person. Only thing is how you can get into that place where the the barriers, where the hindrance. Once you recognize that, and you can go through it. So practicing meditation means first first you have to have undisturbed mind. So that is where we practice tranquility meditation. To practice tranquility meditation, you have to have a mental object. Why? See that your consciousness always engage with mental factors. So because of that, in the beginning, you have to give a kind of like a very profitable mental factor. So that is where the tranquility meditation help for you. So once the mind tranquilize and have undisturbed mind, what happens? Your consciousness start to become released, engaging with the phenomena, get tangled with these mental factors. So you first become free. The you means your consciousness become free from the phenomena. So once you have the tranquility state, undisturbed mind, you are capable to see how these all mental factors arise, feelings arise, perception arise. So this anything is a kind of like arise itself and exist and passing away. Impersonal. It's a non-personal nature within this all the mental factors. It is not something that governed by somebody. It all arises according to the necessary conditions. I hope this so far you are clear in this. So once you recognize this, all mental factors arise. So by the consciousness, you see this, all the mental factors arise itself, exist itself, passing away itself. This all impersonal or non-personal nature. But still this arise. So from where this arise? Why these thoughts keep coming? One is, it used to happen for a long time now. Because of that, it keep coming as a habitual pattern. But there is another reason how you can get out of this. So as I mentioned from the beginning, keep the consciousness away. You cannot touch the consciousness yet. So you have to get into the mental factors. So in these 52 mental factors, one of the major important mental factor, this is one called intention or the volition. So the intention has the power to govern, hold, organize, leads all other mental factors. Intention. When the intention is not there, so whatever the mental factor arises, it go away. It's not going to do any, it cannot come out of your bodily, verbally, mentally action. Remember that. If something, when the mental factor arises in your consciousness related to the mental phenomena, to come as a bodily, verbally, mentally action, you need the energy. Because itself not going to come. So this energy given by the intention or the volition. So the intention is the very key point, hold the karma. It creates the path to your future. So once the intention govern your mental factors in your consciousness related to mental phenomena, you're going to act according to that and bring the bodily, verbally, mentally actions, and that has the ability to bring a reaction which we call the karma. So the intention or this volition is a kind of like a seed. Just imagine the mango seed or the apple seed. So this one apple seed, inside this seed there is the energy, there is a possibility. It has ability to give the apple to this entire world towards million years to future. So, but it need to go through the process, but that seed has the ability. Just imagine you have just the mango seed in your hand, one mango seed. So there is a possibility in that mango seed, eons by eons, you can give mangoes to this world. So like that, in any intention, eons by eons, there is a bodily, verbally, mentally actions going to happen. So your intention take you forward. Not the mental phenomena, not your consciousness, not your mental factors, or not your other mental phenomena, mental formations, but the intention. So intention is the very key point, take you away from the Nibbana. Even you cannot have an intention related to the Nibbana, and then the Nibbana not going to happen. Because the intention is kind of like it's an energy. It's a good or bad or neutral. The intention is an energy. So it doesn't matter the good intention or the bad intention, neutral intention. If you have an intention, that means it covers the Nibbana. So then, can you just get out of intention? No. Because already you are here, already that your system already built, inbuilt system inside you, and you cannot right away get out of it. So that's why the introspection give the very key mechanism to go into the intention. So when you go into the intention, what you see? When you go into the intention, you see the karma again. So your intention governed by the karma, and the karma governed by the intention or the volition. So how then you can stop the karma? Because you cannot interfere with the karma, because already we are here because of that. We cannot just escape from it. We cannot interfere. We cannot control it. So then that is where your awareness play the role. Once you go into your mind and once you see, that means when your consciousness capable to see the thoughts and recognize that all that out of this all the thoughts there is a one thought govern the intention. If you are capable to recognize that intention, and then you see that intention already there because of three things. Out of there are three reasons. Out of that three, one is governed. What are those? Greed, hatred, or the delusion. Greed, hatred, or the delusion. Those are the very key points that govern the intention. So the greed, hatred, and the delusion cannot be there without the idea of self. So see how the intention or the volition connected to the self. Me, I am, my. So somehow self-centered. Thoughts, identity. So once you are capable to recognize that, half of the journey you're going to finish and you become more closer to the Nibbana. Because remember, it's already there. You don't need to do anything for that. Only thing is you have to purify your mind, and get out of this tangle, get out of this glue consciousness, this mental factors, get out of this mental phenomena. So this all come out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. Your intention governed by the karma lead by the greed, hatred, and the delusion. The greed, hatred, and the delusion governed by the idea of self. So the again idea of the self again governed by the bodily, verbally, mentally action. So it's kind of like a go overall. But there is a possibility for you, once you know, there is something that you saw from the beginning when you start to practice meditation. I mentioned that. So once you start to observe, all these mental factors arise itself, exist itself, and passing away itself. Impersonal or non-personal. It has this nature, impersonal or non-personal nature. This is the very key discovery that you can gain out of practice. Because once you recognize that, so remember, these all mental factors create the bridge towards the phenomena, mental phenomena related to the world, which we call the rupa. So once you know this, your mental factors, so the intention or the volition also one of the major important one, but now you know that also not personal. So whatever the intention come out of you, even though you think this is, you are the one who label it, categorize it, hold it as you, the whatever the intention. Once you release your intention from the self-centered mind, the intention become weaker. Once you, whatever the, you can try that, whatever the intention come, don't bring that intention from your bodily, verbally, mentally action. Don't bring it out with the self-centered mind. Whatever the intention come, observe it and let it be there. Just see it. Once you are capable to see it and not to respond to it, that intention also go away. So practicing meditation will take you to that level, not to react, but to see and observe, recognize. And not to label it, not to hold it, not to resist it. And also very important, not to control it. But you recognize it. So whatever arises, you know that whatever the mental factors, it arises itself, exists itself, passing away itself. Once the consciousness released from that point, once your intention not going to lead towards the mental phenomena, and once it not going to come out of the bodily, verbally, mentally action, that all your habitual pattern, the current that you build inside you, going to become neutral. Once that current little by little neutral, your consciousness become free from mental phenomena, mental formation or the mental factors, and anymore the desire not going to, intention not going to, volition not going to lead you. It arises itself, passing away itself. Once you reach to that level, you can see the Nibbana. So like once you climb to the top of the mountain, you are capable to see the landscape. So like that, purify your mind. And remember, you are no need to do anything. Only thing is have the ability to see very clearly with undisturbed mind and not to react to your own intention or the volition with awareness. So that is one method that you can reach to this. So through the meditation, we are heading towards that. You have to develop that skill not to react. Because we are here, we born as a result of reaction. So you are here as a result of reactions. So that's why you are born to react. You are born because of reaction. So just by thinking, you cannot stop it because invisibly you are reacting. Even you go to sleep, in dreams you are reacting, sleeping, walking. So that's why you have to have a super clear, sharp, crystal clear awareness to see this and not to react. So introspection is the key, and through that practice, you can go into deeper and find the very epicenter of the intention or the volition, and just enjoy the scene. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. And by the time, just observe your thoughts and don't react to it, and watch and see how it arrives itself and passing away itself. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata chammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jaravyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idam me punya kammang asavakkhayavan hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.